What's up, folks? So, on October 13th, I had surgery number 14. They put what they call like a mega tumor prosthesis in my leg. This long uh, titanium limb that goes inside your leg and it goes into my femur and into my tibia in order to help me stand up. You can now follow Left Legged Legend at on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you want to see pictures of that prosthesis, you can go to on Instagram. It's left underscore legged legend, and on Facebook it's just left legged legend, and Twitter left legged legend. Sorry, it's the on Twitter it is left leg legend. Sorry, my apologies. Left leg legend on Twitter. It was too many letters for Twitter for a Twitter name. So anyway, they put this prosthesis in on October 13th. On November 8th, I was in the country of Colombia in the city of Medellin, sleep in bed. I had an ice pack on my leg. I had taken something to help me sleep because my leg was hurting. And I was asleep for approximately 4 hours. I went to turn over and my femur broke. I just sat straight up in the bed and started yelling. I knew something was wrong. I didn't know the extent to how it was wrong, but I just yelled for an hour because I was frustrated, tired of that. I would have much rather been dancing or making love or anything, walking, jumping off the balcony, anything to break it rather than actually laying down and resting. So I got my frustration out by yelling. It didn't hurt that bad. It broke as like a wine glass that falls over. So it wasn't really a break, much less than it was a snap. You know, the bone snapped as if it was already deteriorated or weakened. I thought the prosthesis actually slipped out of the bone. I didn't know that it had screws in it, so I thought the prosthesis slipped out. So anyway, called my buddy Tato. I didn't call him. I'm sorry. I texted him and I told him I need to go to the hospital. Something happened with my leg. So he got there about 3 hours later. It took us about 2 hours to procure an ambulance because it's not America. I wasn't call 911 in some countries and they just come pick you up and take you to the hospital. That's a luxury that we take for granted. We went by a private hospital, but they wanted too much money. I didn't want to. I had resources, but I didn't want to go in there and then run out of resources. I didn't know what the future held. So then I ended up at the public hospital, the general hospital, Hospital General de Medellin, which was a lot less expensive. And I stayed there. And you can imagine not the luxury that you get in American hospitals where you have your bathroom and I got all my groceries and food. I mean, you get fed every day. They had water and everything. I spent approximately 3 days there. And then my health company hooked up with a global health company that brought these. And I know I told you this already. I'm just catching you up. It's like last time on Left Legged Legend, and then I need my music and my logo. These angels from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. These doctors, man, two doctors, man, they were angels. They came and got me out of that situation. We flew to Jamaica. There was a tropical storm happening down here, but we left Jamaica and flew into the tail end of that storm into Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where I stayed at Broward Health Medical Center, and from just getting there, they had disdain for that prosthesis. They thought that it was. I was told by one of the trauma doctors that it was just a matter of time that leg was going to break, and the orthopedic surgeon had some questions about why it only had so many screws and why it was only so long in my femur. Questions that I couldn't answer. But since I was going to be there, they did offer, hey, we can do surgery number 15. We can take your hip and your femur out and put a metal hip, titanium femur connected to the rest of that. And, you have your leg But as you know, in the world of the left-legged legend, we know we've been talking about this from the beginning. Um, I don't see the use of getting that done to me, where it's going to limit my mobility. It's going to cause me pain every day. And the worst part was if it malfunctioned, and at this point, remember, we're over 14. At this point, if it malfunctions, they have to cut my leg off, amputate my leg from the hip. So I mulled that over, and you guys already know my position on getting an amputation. So I wouldn't say it was a difficult decision to tell them, like, no, let's cut this leg off. Let's cut our losses. I still have some femur left. I could get a prosthesis. I could be more mobile. I see people living with prostheses and having active lifestyles, being in the Special Olympics, being in the actual Olympics and beating people with their legs, mountain climbing, doing yoga, all the things that I would have to give up if I were to have this other surgery, because I need to protect it, because if something goes wrong, they're going to cut my leg off from the hip, which is something that I don't want. And shout out to the homie Jared, who really has been integral, and Lou Figueroa, and you guys have been integral in my decision making process with this. But I text the kids, hey kids, we need to have a talk. Some of my very close friends and family members, I sent them text messages just to say, hey, I'm about 60% on cutting this leg off. I just want to tell you, once I talked to the kids, they got me up to about 72.5%. The support I got from my close friends and family members got me up to well over 75%. So I tell the doctor, hey, let's just cut it off. Let's amputate this leg, and then I'll just live the rest of my life as a right above knee amputee, and we will figure it out. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to lay down and die. But I'm also not going to take the risk of you taking my good hip out and my femur and giving me something metal when to me it's apparent that my body doesn't like metal. So on Monday, November 16th, I had a transfemoral amputation of my right leg. And now I have what I affectionately call butterball, because not only it's, Thanksgiving time, but also because it looks like a butterball. It's all swollen, and it feels like a Thanksgiving turkey. It really does, because it's all swollen. I'm sorry, I don't want to show too much of my privacy, but if I could, you would see that it looks and is shaped just like a butterball turkey. The swelling should go down. I hope I didn't shock too many of you with that, but it was an easy decision to do. They did this surgery, hurt like hell. I still feel my leg. It's called phantom pain, but I don't feel pain. I feel tingling. I feel my leg is asleep. My foot, most pertinently, I feel my foot, and it's asleep, and I can't move it. And I try not. I did today, and that's a frustrating thing to try to do. I shouldn't have done it. And so I do have that phantom pain, but it's not pain, it's tingling. And it's persistent. But what do they call it? I don't like calling it a stump. I like calling it the residual limb is in pain because it's sutured and the sutures are on fire. That's what it feels like. So I've been taking my pain medicine here and trying to stay good with that. I am hopeful. Before the surgery, I was very nervous, anxious, scared. You know, try to think of what happened, but now I have this hope that life will be better and I will move and I'll do more. I'm looking forward to, becoming a scuba diver, and my bucket list item of being a master scuba diver. I'm looking forward to swimming my miles still in a pool. I'm looking forward to going to the beach and swimming. I'm looking forward to walking. I hate running. I hated running when I had two legs that worked very well, but I'm looking forward to the option of running if I want to, or if I'm in an emergency, being able to move fast enough to save myself from the emergency. Um, I'm not sad. I know this won't be easy. I know that it will be challenging, and I'll have my why me moments, and I'll have my, you know, what did I do moments. Um, it has made me think more about my parents, not having parents, not being able to call them and have those conversations. But I do have family and extended family that I can call that is offering so much support, which is so important. This is all new. So, I mean, you're on this journey with me. So, I guess we'll learn and grow and find together. And if you know amputees, please send them here. Tell them about the left-legged legend. They can give me advice. They can teach me things, or maybe they can learn from my great attitude about this whole thing. And please like and subscribe so that I know you're out there and you're listening. And we will continue this journey. You will see me traveling the world. You will see me in foreign countries, coming soon on Left-Legged Legend. I really need my, you know, I know some musicians. I'm reaching out to you, but I really need my theme music and my logo. So we're gonna work on that because this season on Left-Legged Legend, you will see me traveling and moving and doing yoga and swimming and scuba diving and all of that stuff. It's there's no option of giving up. I feel like I'm young. I feel like I'm healthy. I feel like I made the best decision that I would be getting back more than they took. I do miss my leg. I do wish that it hadn't come to this, the decision didn't have to be made to lose a part of me that I was born with. But that is how it is. So please like, subscribe, share, tell your folks about the Left-Legged Legend, and let's continue this journey together until the next time.